cradle of history, object of faith, destination of prophets and pilgrims, light at the center of the universe, prize at the center of the struggle. Jerusalem, people on a journey from yesterday to tomorrow. The Hebrew University reflects the soul of the city, in word and in deed.
This is a city of constant tension between old and new, classical and modern, sacred and secular. If either wins, Jewish history will lose. If we want to guarantee our future, we must build Jerusalem as a capital of both the traditional and the modern.
In word and in deed, the Hebrew University seeks that balance. A center of learning and research focused on excellence. An unparalleled resource of Jewish scholarship. A dynamic force for change. The university's supporters work tirelessly to further its mission, attracting outstanding researchers, educators, and students from around Israel and the world. In this laboratory, they're crossing the final frontier of science.
The brain is a fantastic enigma. How do I walk? How do I read? How do I know that my wife is my wife after she has an haircut? How do I know all this? If we shall understand how the brain works, we will be able to cure severe diseases like Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and other degenerative disease of the nervous system.
For Parkinson's patient Rafi Meidan, time is of the essence.
Nothing is as it was before. It's quite terrible. It's a disease which changes your way of life, a disease which changes your attitude to life.
University researchers are intent on unlocking the secrets of the disease.
What we are looking for is trying to make the life of people who suffer from Parkinson a bit better.
Her years of scientific work led to a breakthrough and a promising new drug.
It would give me lots of satisfaction to see these people really getting better and having better life.
That's a goal shared by the university's Faculty of Medicine.
The cooperation between basic researchers and clinical physicians in regard to Parkinson's disease is excellent and most important for us. And I see the future in bright colors.
Jerusalem, 100,000 yesterdays. Ancient traditions. Youthful energy. An uncertain path to tomorrow. In neighborhoods throughout Israel, the Hebrew University touches young lives. Its internationally acclaimed HIPPY home instruction program for preschool youngsters equips parents with tools that help their children prepare for the future.
The program started here with immigrants coming from all over the world and trying to bridge the gap of people coming from different educational backgrounds.
I began with my daughter. She's already 9 and in school. By teaching her, I learned things that I hadn't known before. It really helped my daughter, and now it's helping him.
And if one day he chooses a career in science, he can join Jewish and Arab high school students from across Jerusalem at the university's Belmonte Center.
We want to take these children beyond science. I want these children to learn to think properly and dissect the question and look for the answers in a logical way.
At its Edmund J. Safra campus, the Hebrew University searches for answers at the cutting edge of science. It shares its knowledge with the world. From putting the aroma back in flowers to increasing nature's bounty. From assisting the people of famine-struck lands to caring for all living things. This university has global impact. It translates theories into facts. Facts on Jerusalem's economic landscape. Facts put in place by Hebrew University graduates.
We created a patent-pending technology that enables users to actually use their own everyday language to perform complex operations on the internet, home appliances, or even mobile devices like Palm Pilot. The theoretical knowledge we acquired in the Hebrew University feeds directly to what we're doing here.
And directly into life. From all over Israel, young people come to Jerusalem for an education that goes beyond the classroom.
I love the classes, I love the curriculum. The staff is excellent, and after classes I can go to Jerusalem, the most beautiful city in Israel. In Jerusalem you get to see many situations that you will not be able to see outside Jerusalem, because in a very small place you can see other point of views.
The people of Jerusalem, Israel, the Middle East, the world, united and divided by faith and thought, by thousands of miles and light years of tradition, destined to fight or to build together. They thrive together in surroundings constantly enhanced and expanded by the campaign for the Hebrew University, enjoying facilities and services shared with all the people of Jerusalem. From recreation to healthcare to culture. Sharing the treasure of Jewish thought and scholarship.
Here in Jerusalem, we pursue Jewish studies like nowhere else in the world, in an integral Jewish society within a living Hebrew-speaking culture. In many other places in the world, when you study Judaism, the texts are speaking to you in one language, Hebrew, but your friends are speaking to you in a very different language, English, Spanish, French. You pray in one language, but you dream in another. Here it is one and the same integral experience.
The Hebrew University probes the Jewish past and applies Jewish values to contemporary life.
People from different backgrounds can come and study together and develop a dialogue. They encounter one another together in the study of Judaism. Judaism is becoming, as it has been, richer and broader.
The questions raised here touch at the heart of modern Israel.
If I ignore Judaism, I betray one aspect of myself. If I ignore democracy or certainly humanism, I betray another aspect of myself. The same with respect to my university. So we must create the integration.
Integration and ingathering. The university brings Jewish youth from around the world closer to their roots, like these students in the Rothberg International School.
When you think of Israel, you think Jerusalem. I think history of the Jewish people. I think connection to the Jewish people, to my history.
I grew up really rejecting the way my parents chose to be Jewish, and so I spend a lot of my time trying to figure out how I want to be Jewish, and that's a huge reason why I came here.
I don't necessarily go to synagogue on Shabbat, but I can go to the Kotel, or I could have a nice Shabbat dinner with my friends.
It doesn't matter what you're doing, but it matters that you're here doing it because you're Jewish no matter what.
Their search for roots included a Passover journey to the Jews of Ukraine.
The idea of the project was to teach people who haven't done a Seder in many years how to do a Seder. But the important part was that we were Jews visiting with other Jews. And as I gave to them, they gave back to me even more. I live in a place where it's easy to be Jewish. And now I go listen to people who it was the hardest thing in the world to be Jewish. They were suppressed because of their Judaism. And it was amazing for me to listen to their stories and realize what I have.
what we have. A people, a heritage, a history, preserved in the University Steven Spielberg Jewish Film Archive and shared with the world. From then until now, the Hebrew University has embarked on a journey of discovery. In word and in deed, its future is the future of Jerusalem.